Hello, good evening, happy Sunday. I am coming to you. I have some notes. I am super tired, so I'm sorry. I played 36 holes of golf this weekend. I am very tired. I haven't done that much golf in a long time, so I'm a little tired. And it was in the Dalles. It was a lot of fun though. It was, hi Rachel. It was my first ever couples tournament, and my husband and I didn't kill each other, so that's good. But we're both really tired because it's bedtime. But I figured that this would be a good time to jump on because I know a lot of you have kiddos, and if you're rewatching it, that's totally fine too. One of my big tips is I log that one of the leaders that I follow has made a video. So I follow, I get notifications because you can turn on when you are following somebody when they go live. So the leaders in the company that I really admire and aspire to be like, I turn on that notification within Facebook to let me know that they've gone live, so that if I can see, Lisa Tippin Morris made a video this morning. I was busy doing something else, but I care and I want to watch her video. So I'm like, okay, I know I need to go back and watch her video. Or if Janaza makes a video, or whomever it is, I kind of just log that, and then I'll listen to it either on my commute to work, or even just as I'm doing my job at work, because we can listen to stuff in headphones. I'll do it then, or my workout, or whatever, wherever I'm in a place where I can just kind of listen, because a lot of the videos are just, they're not necessarily visual. Some of them are, just depends. But yeah, so if you're watching this on replay, totally fine, totally okay. If you can't tune into all the lives, I know that there's a lot of stuff going on. So, I figured I'd try 8 o'clock in the evening, just see if that's a time that works for people. But you can always watch it on replay too. So I wanted to start with a quote, because that's what I do with all my lives. I have a quote. I'm not sure who it's from. In one of the audiobooks I'm reading, they said Abraham Lincoln said it. And I always like to fact check because that's important to me. And I Googled it, and all the websites that I found said that it couldn't be traced back to him actually saying it. So I'm going to say unknown, because I don't want to say that it is Abraham Lincoln, because if you Google the quote, it's going to be like, no, he didn't say that. I mean, he could have said it, but there's no documentation. I felt like this was a good quote, just because of what I'll be talking about tonight, and kind of all that kind of good stuff. So, quote is, I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I'm bound to live up to what light I have. So I'll read that again. I'm not bound to win, but I'm bound to be true. I'm not bound to succeed, but I'm bound to live up to what light I have. I just think that that's a really awesome quote, because, hi Tasha, I think that, part of the reason that I'm here is because I believe in this business. I believe that it's life-changing, and I kind of wanted to start really the live off with a little bit about me and kind of my story, and so y'all know why I'm here and why I'm just so excited about the free sign up, and why I just feel like this can really be so impactful. So I started with SeneGence in January of 2017. And I signed up because I loved lip sense. And I got to that point where I was like, I have to collect them all. I want all the colors. And I was telling all of my friends about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have to try this lip color. It stays on, and all this other stuff. And my upline Rachel was like, Hillary, you're giving me these customers, like, you know, that's great, but you should just sell to them. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, it was a little bit more complicated than that. I'm sure Rachel will tell you on her end. I had a million questions, and she had only recently signed up too, so she was like, you're asking a lot of questions. And I was like, I have to have all the answers. Because when I signed up, I was very hesitant. I had done another network marketing company or multi-level marketing company that was also cosmetics. And I had done well initially in that company, and I left because it just was too much. It was just too much for me. It wasn't me. I didn't get a chance to let my personality shine through. I felt like I had to be this image of what their equivalent of a distributor is. And I didn't feel like that was me. I didn't feel like I was being true to myself. So when Rachel approached me about signing up for SeneGence, I was like, no, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm totally fine telling people all about it because I think it's an amazing product and I love it and it's great. But I don't want to sell it because I don't want it to not be me. I want to be the person that I am, and I don't want to be an image of somebody else, essentially. And she's like, no, it's not like that. I promise it's so much better and it's so great and you'll love it and it's going to be great. And I was like, all right. I'll try this thing. And I signed up, and if you know anything about the history of SeneGence, 2017 was quite the year to sign up with SeneGence. Basically everything just exploded, but in a positive way, and somewhat negative too. So the island that they get most of their natural resources from had some issues. So like they weren't able to make all of the colors that they were able to buy. Plus everybody was wanting to sign up and they all wanted SeneGence. So there was a good time for quite a while. Like, I have screenshots of like of just nothing. You just couldn't even order anything. There were no, like, I joined and I think there were like 10 colors that were available and everything else was out of stock. So it really was that time where it was just like, if you stick around, that shows that you're committed to this company. And I mean, I love SeneGence. I love their products, and I'll admit, I was like, okay, LipSense is great, and I'm gonna try and do this kind of stuff and try the products, and like, I was using them intermittently. I always had the LipSense on. Well, I didn't always have it on. I wore it when I could, when I remembered, and I wore my stripes every so often, and I did okay. I wasn't all in, and with any business, what you put into it is what you get out of it. So if you're half putting your booty in it, you're going to get half your booty back. If you're putting your full boot rear end in, you're going to get it. That's going to come back to you. So for me, what changed? So what changed from the Hillary of SeneGence a year ago to the Hillary of the SeneGence now? Sorry, I'm going to drink water. I really didn't drink enough water this weekend, so I apologize. Hydration is life, for reals. For reals. That's part of what our products are about, are hydrating you, because that's what's going to help prevent wrinkles, is keeping your skin hydrated. So, just a little tidbit. I was going to do my nightly routine with you guys, so I'm sorry, because I wanted to give you guys a little bit of product knowledge too. But I ended up taking a nap when I literally got home and just passed out in bed. I had every intention of like taking a shower and then anyway, so I passed out in bed, and then I took my shower and just not even thinking about it, I just took everything off, and I'm just so routine that if I take a nighttime shower, then I do all my skincare right after that, because otherwise my skin starts being like, give me moisture back. So I feel bad that I didn't get a chance to do that, because yeah, I just started, and I did the detox mask, which is so awesome. It's so great. I love it. I did that. And then, of course, my other nightly routine include the multivitamin brightening treatment. I also do climate control mixed with Nangai oil and Senestory C. That is the magical cocktail. You need it in your life as soon as possible because it's amazing. And that's when you really see your skin like bam. And then of course the nighttime moisturizer. I will put on, the nighttime collagen pack, probably after this. Cause that's something that you do at the very end. Helpful tip. Sorry. I should have put this in front of me before the live. Helpful tip. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry. I did write notes to help keep me on track if that helps at all. Probably not help you, but it helps me. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a second. Where is it? I should memorize the pages. I'm so bad at this. I feel better about it because, if you follow I'm so tired. Lisa Tiffin Morris, which you should, because she's amazing. She's just great. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with that thought, but that's okay. In the beauty book, pages 20 and 21, it gives you the whole, what you should do, what order you should do. Because, and this is really important, and when you're talking to your customers, you should show them this. Because I get customers a lot of the time that are like, okay, I remember you did the demo, but we tried so many different products. What did we try? What order? How should I do it? Boom. This is your cheat sheet. This is what you tell customers. They're like, okay, you're buying this, this, and this. Okay, great. So at night, while you're getting ready, while you're making your routine your habit, this is the order in which you need to do things. So that'll help them so they have a quick reference guide, because a lot of times people will just be like, okay, what order do I do this in? When do I use this? How do I do that? Should I use that both morning and night? And that can be dependent. That's personal preference. So for me personally, I only use the multivitamin brightening treatment at night, and I only use the Senestory C at night. Your skin's going to absorb all of that. So for me, I only use it at night because I don't necessarily need to be using all of it yet. Thank goodness. I'm young, and I found SeneGence at the age that I did so that it can help me age gracefully and radiantly. Anyway, so like I said, what changed between now and then? Honestly, seminar. So, well, two things. I would say two things. So just before seminar, at my previous employer, which was a major insurance company, I had worked for them from 2010 to 2014, and then I left when my husband got a job in Southern California, and we moved down there, and I left them then, and I had held various roles within the company then. I had gotten a promotion at one point, and I was trying to work my way up, and but then my husband got this job, so we left. Blah, blah, blah. Life stuff happened. I decided to pursue a master's degree in education. That didn't work out. I mean, I got the degree. That's a whole nother story. And then I was basically at a point in 2016, the later part of 2016, where I was just like, what am I doing with my life? Like, where am I going? I need direction. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't really want to go back to school to invest in another teaching degree because I'm not a certified or licensed teacher. I have a degree, but I'm not licensed. So that's the short end of the story. And I was like, well, if I ever want to do that, I have to go back to school. So what do? I don't want to pay another $30,000, blah, blah, blah. What am I going to do? So I basically decided, well, I can go back to insurance. Like, why not? I know how to do it. I know they're hiring. I know they're growing, like all this stuff. And so I went back, and I was an estimator for this company. So we had a facility where basically customers could come and they could drop off their cars for repairs, and or they could just get an estimate. I would write an estimate and then print them a check. So I did that, and then I had been doing that. I started doing that in February of 2017, and my hopes were that I would move up very quickly, because I had done everything else within the company. I had done injury, I had done coverage and liability when it comes to policies and claims, and then this was like the missing piece. Like I had never done the like assessment of damages side of it. And so I was like, okay, now I'm going to have all these pieces and it's all going to work out, right? So the company decided to take a different direction and they closed that facility. And they said, we're going to disperse you throughout the office. We have jobs for you still. We're still a growing company. So the good news is you still have a job. Here's where we're going to place everybody. And at that time, a role that I had that was technically a promotion from where I had a role there I had done that role for 2.5 years. So it was a promotion, but I had done the job for 2.5 years. So I thought I was going to be a shoo-in, right? I was like, oh, I've done that job. Like, I can do it. So I interviewed. I went through the process. I was like, boom, I've got this. Like, I'm going to stick with this. Like, I'm here for the long game. Like, I've been checking all the boxes. I've been running all the work environment team stuff. I've been doing trainings. I've been talking to people. I've been networking. I've been doing every single thing. I didn't get it. I didn't get that role, and there were actually 4 openings at the time and not 1. And people who had been with the company less than the amount of time that I had been back got it over me. So that was just a real like slap in the face for me. So this happened, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 before seminar. Definitely not 2, sorry. About a month before seminar. And I remember probably about 2 weeks before seminar, and I'm just like this was the most it broke my heart. Like, I had given everything to this company, and I had I can't tell you how many times, I just took, because I care about people. I do. And I had customers treat me very, very poorly. And I just took it with a smile, because I was like, I'm putting everything into this because I know it's going to pay off. And so when I didn't get that promotion for that job that I had always wanted, that was just well, what am I doing? And so about 2 weeks before seminar, I'm in the car with my husband, and I was just like, I wish that I just had a product or something that I could I wish I could invent something or do something, and I wish I had something and I could just be my own boss and do all that. I was still a SeneGence, I was still a distributor at that point. But I wasn't taking that, I'll be honest, I wasn't taking that business seriously. I really wasn't. I wasn't taking it seriously. I was like, okay, I'm kind of just selling to friends and family. I'm not wearing my stripes all the time. I'm not wearing the product all the time. I was not a product of the product. I was kind of like, yeah, it's just something I do. I have inventory. Sure. If you run out of a color or a gloss, yeah, I've got it. Okay, cool. So, sorry, water. So when I then went to seminar, that's when things really changed for me, because that's when I saw the potential of this company, and I saw and met women who have made this an empire for themselves. I saw women, and the environment that you're in when you're at seminar is everyone believes in you. You believe in yourself. And that was the piece for me, is that I had been broken down so far by my previous job into thinking that I wasn't worthy of a certain wage or certain hours or certain schedule or certain things or promotions. They had broken me down so far, and I had been through so much trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to do with this life. Because I just want to help people. I want people to feel cared for. I want them to feel loved. I want them to feel confident when they look in the mirror. I want people to have that feeling. And I was just spinning my wheels in insurance because that was never going to happen because I'm the claims adjuster in that role. And everybody's like, big bad insurance company, they never want to do anything. And so even though I'm like putting my heart on the line to take care of people, like it just didn't matter. And so going to seminar was just like everything, like it was like God spoke to me. He's like, everything that you want to do, you can do with this business. You have the freedom to do things how you want to do it. So go out and do it. And Joni, like meeting Joni, the CEO and founder, like when I met her, that was just so, like, she talked to me like I was a best friend she hadn't seen in a while, and I had never met her before. And it's just like when you get that opportunity to be around such positivity and to see the light, to see that you have value, that you have something to offer to this world, like you can't take that away. Like, and I think that that's what changed for me. Like I saw the light. I was like, I can do what I want to do through this business. I can talk to people and mentor them and coach them and get them out of that place where they're sitting there thinking that they're not worth making, X amount of dollars, or they're not, they shouldn't have the schedule they want to have, or, they're going to keep working dead end jobs, but they're going to give everything that they have. And it's so hard for me to watch my friends give so much. And I've been there too. I've been at a point where I've just given so much into a position and gotten nothing out of it. And with SeneGence, what you put into it is what you get out. This is your business. This is your chance to shine. And what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And I saw that light come on at seminar. That's what happened for me. It was the rejection of this job that I thought was going somewhere, paired with seeing like those things needed to happen both at the same time, and God made them happen for me, so that I could see that this is the path that I was meant to be on. And so that's kind of where I'm at, and I want to share that with you because I think it's so important to understand that my why and why I'm doing this because I believe that this company helps people in so many ways, whether the person is a customer or a distributor or a family member of one of the, like, this company changes lives, and what you put into it is what you get out of it. And I show up every day. If I don't, it's because I'm sick or I don't have cell phone service. But even then, I try to schedule my posts. I usually use this time on Sundays to schedule my posts for the week. The only time, like when I'm working my Facebook page, the only time I really go in and do anything candid is if somebody makes a purchase. I want to thank them for their business, as well as if something limited edition comes up. So, I know this is a really long video. It's fine. You can skip around. It's cool. So, but like I said, I thought it was important for you to hear where I'm coming from and where my passion lies. My passion lies in helping you achieve your goals. Like that's whether it's to make money, have a schedule, have more family time, have financial freedom, whatever that is, like help other women, whatever your goals are, like that is what I'm here to do. What I'm here to do, I'm not here to be a boss. I don't want to be a boss. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to be your boss. I don't want to do that. I want to give you a tool belt of resources so that you are prepared to work this business on your own, so that you don't need me. Well, you need whatever. I hope you always want me around, because I want you around. But my role here is to give you the resources so that you can be successful, so that we can take those training wheels off and you can get up and running and go. So I know that in the first little bit, it can be really intimidating, and I get really excited because that's, again, the story that I just told. That's my passion. That's where I'm coming from. So I get really excited, and I want to tell you everything because I'm so excited that you decided to choose SeneGence and you chose me to help you out. Like, I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. So basically, when it comes to starting your business, I am assuming that if you're listening to this, that you probably didn't have anything that you could invest in initial inventory. That's totally fine. That's no problem at all. And if you do have money for inventory, that's great too. Like, that's fantastic. It's the tips that I'm giving out now still apply to you. They still apply to being able to work your business and help start having income so that you can reinvest into your business, because that's really what you're going to be doing for the first little while, is just reinvest. I don't have a time frame for you because I don't know how you work. Again, SeneGence is really flexible, that they're not going to put you in a cookie cutter mold that says you need to do this, you need to do this. You're going to do this at your own pace. What you put into it is what you get out of it. So it really depends. And it can depend on your market. I work in a market that's my customers are hesitant. Not necessarily, it's not anything with me. I don't take any of that personally. I don't care about that. Like, I don't care. Like, people are like, I love my Chanel, and I'm like, okay, great. It's like, okay, some people like chocolate ice cream, some people like strawberry ice cream. Like, I'm out to find the people who like strawberry ice cream. Great. Like, whatever. You like chocolate? Great. If you want to try the strawberry that I have to offer, like, okay, great. I'm here to do that for you. I am not aggressive in that nature where I'm just like, I don't care that you like chocolate. Like, you have to try this. Like, okay, like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to force the sale on somebody because I want somebody who's going to be a loyal customer. So how do you get started? So you've signed up. You don't have money for an initial inventory investment. That's totally okay. You do have the option to purchase the starter kits, which are amazing. I purchased, so when they released at Seminar, the starter kits, I bought the one that's $1,195. It's amazing. It has everything that you need in it. Excuse me. And I'm so happy that I got it. But I realized that's not in everybody's wheelhouse, and that's totally fine. Or even some of the smaller ones, like, that's okay too. Don't stress about it. Like, I never want you to feel like you have to place an order for the sake of placing an order. I'm excited when new products launch. I'm excited to order. I'm excited to have inventory because I know that helps your business. It does. It just does. When people know that you have inventory, they're more likely to buy from you. It's just how it is. So what do you need to do? So you have your Facebook page started. Great. Woohoo. You picked out your name. You're feeling fabulous. You're like, yeah. Woohoo. Great. So you have your name. You have your Facebook page up. So what do you need to do? You take pre-orders. So in your first 90 days, you only need to place a 300 product value PV order and you get the 50% discount. Otherwise, it goes 20, 30, 40, and then up to 50. So how do you do that? You sell 6 of these. Sorry, my internet is being wonky, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is just life. So you sell 6 of these. Boom. I picked blue red because it was one of my first colors and I love it. So you sell 6 of these. So you get on your Facebook page, you take 6 pre-orders. What does that mean? Literally, what does that mean? That means that you have set up your payment app. So I use the Square and PayPal. I like to have multiple options for people because I like to just be convenient for my customers. So I use the Square, PayPal. I also accept check. You can take cards through Square and PayPal. I also take cash too. So I also want you to have a launch party as well. But if time is difficult for you, get on your Facebook. Start showing people. I have put albums in this group page that have tons of great graphics. Like, they are phenomenal. I've tried to add you guys to different pages so that you can go hunt for graphics. If anything else, you can always Google certain colors. Get people excited. Like, this is a great color. This is a great product with great colors. Like, go live, put it on, show people like, oh, I'm, like, it doesn't come off. Oh my gosh, coffee mug, all that. I have so many old videos of me when I first started out. Like, they're super awkward. I still make super awkward videos. It's fine. Wear your stripes. So, like, do a week where you are just like, I mean, you're always going to be taking orders, right? Like, that's just the goal. But my goal for you is for a week, we do a week-long Facebook party where you're just like, I'm taking pre-orders. Woohoo. Yeah. Pre-orders. Yeah. And then you sell at least 6 of these. Boom. You have then $330 that you go on to SeneGence and you place your order. The good news is that because you're getting your discount, you can actually order $600 worth of product for $300. So you've sold you sold your 6 lip kits, and now you put all of the lip kits that you bought or that you pre-sold. So let's say, you have all these friends and, one person wants Blue Red in their starter kit, another person wants Bella in their starter kit. I don't know, Goddess in their starter kit, whatever their colors are. You go onto your order. You put those things in first because you took those people's money. So they said, yep, I want a blue red starter pack. So you go, okay. And you send them an invoice via PayPal, or they paid you in cash, and you say, okay, I'm going to put my order in at the end of the week. Great. I'll get it to you I'll mail it to you or hand deliver it to you once I get it in. So you take those pre-orders, you put those in your cart, right? You put the colors, you put the glosses, and you put the Oops Remover in your cart. Well, now you get to have some fun. So, because most of you don't have SeneGence products of your own, you can do one of 2 things. So, my advice for you would be to buy product for yourself. Because what's key is you become a product of the product. So with that first initial inventory or with that first order, you need to spend $600. So put $600 worth of product basically into your cart so that you get that 50% discount, and then you're only using that money that you used from the starter kit to buy those things. So what would you buy? Things like the cleanser, the moisturizers, climate control, stuff like that. Put all of that stuff so that you can start using it. Because when people start seeing your skin and they're like, oh my gosh, your skin looks amazing, and you're using the products, people want to buy them. People compliment on my skin all the time, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, SeneGence, it's amazing. You should have it in your life. So that's my advice. The other route that you can take is that you can just buy inventory. So rather than buying product for yourself to use, then you would just buy more colors or inventory. It's an option. It's a good option. It's always good to have inventory. However, I feel like until you get to know what your market likes, I would hold off and just wait. And then after that week, you just continue to take pre-orders. You just say, okay, I'm going to place my order on the 15th of, October is the next time I'm placing an order. I'll take your orders in. You just keep track of it and then take their money and then just order it for them and just say, yeah, when it comes in, I'll give it to you. And then once you start reinvesting in inventory, that's when it's going to be great, because then people can be like, oh, I want to buy Fly Girl. And you're like, great, I already have it. Here you go. Because that's where I'm at. That's the phase that I'm at. I'm still building my inventory as far as having a good stock right now. So I'm right there with you. Like, I am at that point where I'm like, okay, I'm selling stuff and I'm able to reinvest in my business, and that's what I'm doing. I am at a point where I'm like, I'm reinvesting. I'm making these sales. And if I need it to pay a bill, then I'll say, okay, I'm going to take the profit and I'll pay this bill or whatever. Or if it's for vacation or whatever, then I'll do that. But for the most part, I am reinvesting because I want to have a full store, and I'm working on building that full store. So that's essentially what you're wanting to do in the first, while you're trying to gain traction, is just take pre-orders. People get it. They understand. Like, they know that you might not have inventory, especially as you're starting out, especially as things are getting going. So what I want you to do, if you haven't already, you get your Facebook group up, you get your apps for taking payment set up, and then we start doing a week-long party where we say, hey, we're taking pre-orders so that we can place our initial order. We're going to place the order at the end of the week, and once we get your product in, we'll deliver it to you. If you would like to have an in-person party, I would love to do that, and I will lend you what I have in inventory, and we can do an in-person party with your friends. One thing that I have learned, and it's going to be different for everybody. So I do a lot of social media presence because it works for me. It works time-wise, and it works, it's just a good balance. Like, that's just what works well for me. Most of my friends also, so if you notice, as a customer, you notice that I do open houses. I like to do open houses because people, my demographic, that I'm able to reach, get intimidated by parties. It's a big commitment for them. It's really not a big commitment, but I feel like that is what's been received, is like, I don't have time for a party. That's too much. And so I get that. I understand. Like, I understand that there are a lot of network marketing companies out there, multi-level marketing. Like, anytime you go anywhere, you're getting sold something, and like, I totally understand that. So for me, I do the open houses. It saves me time because usually what I'm doing during an open house while I'm waiting for people to show up, I'm going through inventory. I'm counting inventory. I'm getting beauty books ready. I'm replacing stuff. I'm organizing stuff. So it's a great time because I'm already going to have my inventory out anyway. So why not have people just come through and try stuff out? And it's great for them because then they don't feel like they have to go through a whole speech or whatever. They don't feel like they have to commit to a time. They can just come by whenever. It feels a lot more social. It feels a lot more easy. It's fun. I like it. It's great for me. It makes sense for me. I also am always pretty much ready to do demos. Anytime I go on a trip or anything, I am bringing stuff to do a demo with. One of my favorite things is when I went glamping earlier this year. I wore my stripes, and I generally have a full face of makeup on. And at first, everyone was like, "What's that girl doing over there? Like, what's that whole thing about? And this thing and that thing." And then they realized that I was a real person, and they were like, "Teach me your ways." And I was like, "Okay." And I even had somebody right on the spot go, "Oh my gosh, I've been looking for lip scents. Like, I bought it at this party that I went to like 2 years ago, and I haven't been able to find anybody ever since then." And I'm like, cha-ching! So like, that was great. And that happens more often than you would think. Then it's funny, I did the demo and became friends with the people there, and it was a while. It was a couple months, and then all of a sudden, one of them was just like, "I'm ready to order," and she spent like $300. So she was like, "I'm committed. I'm doing this. Let's go." And I was like, "All right, let's go." So, you know, it's just great. You never know. So it's just good to always be wearing your stripes, show up every day, start posting on Facebook. Like, even if it's just like, here are the colors, like, yeah. And then, if you are choosing to not carry inventory at all, that is totally up to you. You can refer people to the Sene site that you can set up. So if you don't buy a starter kit, you're not going to get the Sene site, for free. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So the Senesite comes with the starter kit packages. So that's just included in the cost of the different starter kits. I can't remember, and I'm so sorry. I should have been better about looking this up, but like I said, I've been golfing since 7:30 this morning, and then we had to drive home, and I'm tired. I can't remember if it's $9.99 a month or if it's $12.99 a month. I can't remember. I think it might be $12.99 a month unless you prepay for the entire year, and then it's $99.99. Sorry, I can get back to you on that. All right, so just to kind of recap, so you kind of know what to look for. So you have your Facebook page set up. Take a week. I will be there with you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to help you. Just start taking pre-orders and just say, okay, on next Monday, I'm going to place an order. So I'm having this party through Sunday. If you want to place an order with me, let's take the order, send the invoice, collect the money, have the money at the end of the week, place the order. Perfect. The goal is for you to sell the equivalent, just to make it easy, 6 starter kits. That's all you got to aim for. 6 starter kits. And chances are people will probably buy more than one color. That's what I did when I first started. I bought 2 colors. I was like, I want to buy a color that I'm going to wear during the day, and then a big bold color. And people might want to buy other things too. Like they see that SeneGence has foundations and skincare and all that other stuff. Like it might not necessarily take 6 starter kits, but if you want to break it down as easy as possible, 6 starter kits is the easiest way to go. I'm so sorry. I think it's time for me to wrap up, which is what I'm trying to do. All right, so get those pre-orders, then we'll place your order, and we can figure out if you want to buy a product for yourself to start using and become a product of the product, which is my best suggestion, or reinvest in inventory, which you're going to just keep reinvesting in inventory once you really get up and going. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to be checking in with y'all. Like I said, I'm here to help you guys be successful. I can't work the business for you, but I'm here to encourage you and coach you and help you achieve your goals. And that's what I want for you. I want you to feel like you have the freedom that you need to live the life that you are intended to live. That's what I want for you. And I'm happy that you're here. Thanks for sticking with me. I know my legs can kind of go a little bit all over the place, so I apologize if I didn't cover anything. I don't know if this is a good time for people. Just kind of people jumped on every so often, so yeah. Oh, and in October, I do want to have a team lunch or dinner, so I just want to throw that out there. I'll be following up with everybody to see when my work. But yeah, get your Facebook pages up and running and start taking pre-orders, and we'll start helping you out. And helpful little tip. If you do run into anybody, even between just moving forward, if it's in September or not, if you meet somebody who says, I want to do this too, don't be intimidated. I'm here to help you. I'm here to coach them as well. You're new. I don't expect you to train them. I don't expect you to do any of that. If somebody wants to join in, let them join. You don't know if they could be your next superstar that just takes off and helps you have $1 million team. You don't know. So if somebody is yeah, I want to do this, don't get intimidated. Get me. Just say, all right, great. I'm so excited that you want to join my team and be a part of this too. I just need to get Hillary involved. And then I'll come in and I'll be like, oh yeah, you want to do SeneGence? Woohoo! Yeah, let's get you going. And then you watch me do it and you learn. And then eventually we take the training wheels off and then you're able to train your own team. So that's the goal anyway. All right. Happy Sunday. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. And if you're watching this on replay, that's great too. I do post all of my videos on YouTube as well. My YouTube challenge is Bottomless Beauty Bar. Just keep it simple. I do have other videos on there too. I have application videos. I have just inspirational, like if you just need some good words of wisdom, that sort of thing. That's all there too. So anyway, have a good night. Love you all. You're awesome.